Here we are. It's time for another edition of Music Matters. I'm MonkeyBoy.
And I'm Ziggy, and today, a fun one.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some albums that, you know, when they were released, flopped.
Yeah, they were critically
flopped.
panned. They were panned by the fans.
By critics,
but
by
they
everybody.
became, over the years, iconic albums.
Absolutely. You could not have some of the bands, that the success that they had, they wouldn't have it without some of those albums that, were not quite...
And it was fun to, research this episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that album, or I didn't think about that
and then
one.
Yeah, and then you think about, there were some albums that I saw where it was like, really, that flopped? I love that album. Like,
Yeah,
right
we're going to
bat.
talk about one.
Yeah.
Don't give it away.
I won't.
But we're going to talk about one that is now considered the pillar of heavy metal, the birthplace, the birth album.
Yeah.
Really, of heavy metal.
I think that just gave it away.
Huh?
I think that just gave it away.
They're just thinking it's probably Trickster or Nelson.
Yes,
or
you're
Nelson.
Right. Nelson. They are the pillar of metal.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I did
right.
want to say thanks for dressing up today in your
Thanks.
bathrobe.
Yes, I am literally. I've got a toothache. Here's the deal. I've got a toothache. It's killing me. I could care less about how I look or anything today.
Right. Which is why we keep this audio. As much as I want to take it to video, Andy just doesn't care about his appearance, and I don't want my reputation ruined by that.
That's right. Ziggy looks good. I look like shit. I don't care.
I always dress up nice.
Yeah, I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the episode.
Yeah. You want to do the charts?
Well, we're going to do the charts.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the active rock charts here. Coming in at number 10 this week is Des Rocks with This Land, the theme from Borderlands 4.
Des Rocks.
Des Rocks, yes. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that song? Have you heard it?
I have not. Never been a fan.
I'm not a huge fan of Des Rocks. There's a couple songs that I've liked, but this one has not hit me the way the other ones are. But apparently it's doing pretty well because it's top 10. Number 9. Now this one I really love, and the band is killer. It's Dayseeker. Crawl Back to My Coffin. Great tune.
Dayseeker.
Dayseeker.
They're at number 9.
Number 9.
Oh, they finally hit it.
Yeah, they're in the top 10.
They hit it. Now this is one of my favorite bands.
I know.
I'm a huge
That's
Dayseeker
why
fan.
I was wondering, where is your reaction there?
Yeah, I was not aware that they had entered the top 10, which is great for them. They're a great band to check out, and I mean, I could go on and on about Dayseeker.
Yeah, they kill.
Yeah.
They're just amazing, great band. Highly suggest checking out. If you haven't checked out that group, definitely do it. Number 8, Volbeat, Demonic Depression. Not one of my favorite tunes that's in the top 10 right now, but it is. Yeah. Guns N' Roses, number 7 with Nothing. It's on its way out. Number 6, Avatar with Tonight We Must Be Warriors. That's another one that's kind of on its way out. Turnstile at number 5 with Look Out For Me, your son Tristan's favorite new band.
Well, I'm a
Kiss,
huge
apparently.
Turnstile fan myself.
Yeah, they're good.
They've been on a rocket ship over the last year.
Yeah.
Their live shows are something that are amazing. They let the fans come up on the stage and jump off. And
that's awesome.
They're high energy. They pack the crowds in. They're going to be on is it Lollapalooza?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. They're getting added to a lot of these festivals.
Yep.
They are one of the next big bands. I'm telling you, get on.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are blowing up.
Yeah.
And if you haven't checked them out yet, you really should. They're quite different than anything previous to them. Like they have their own sound.
They do.
Yeah. It's very good. Number 4, the Foo Fighters with Your Favorite Toy. That's the title track to their album coming out in April. I like this song. It's not my favorite Foo Fighters song for sure, but it's an okay release. The next one that they released that just came out, I do not like at all.
Well, Dave Grohl came out in the press here a couple days ago and said that he really used music as a crutch after the death of Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah.
So, I know what it's like. Well, we all do to be in deep grief.
Yeah.
and your emotions are just all over the place. 24 hours a day.
Totally.
And maybe this is one of those songs he wrote during that
I think
time.
I think this is
cathartic as that can be, and a lot of that cathartic stuff has had success in music.
Yep. Some of it is just pure garbage.
Some of it is, maybe I should have just recorded this and kept this for myself.
Yeah.
Because it was really about my grief journey or something. So
I
don't know, but I'm a big Foo Fighters
fan. I love the Foo Fighters. Don't get me wrong. I love the Foo Fighters, but the most recent song that they released is just nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Number 3 on the charts this week is Never Tell and Sleep Theory with Break the Silence. We were talking about Never Tell yesterday.
Never Tell is another great group to check out. They are a little bit of that kind of nu metal sound, the rap and singing and thing, but great singer, man.
Yeah.
Great singer.
Yeah.
Never
And
Tell.
Sleep Theory is great too.
Sleep Theory is a great band too.
Yeah, so that together is awesome. Here's one I was not expecting to get a top 5 hit ever, but they're there. Number 2, it's Pierce the Veil and So Far So Fake.
Pierce the Veil, So
They're
Far
a
So
heavy
Fake.
band.
Pierce the Veil? Well, Pierce the Veil has a very large fan base.
Yes, they do.
They're an emo band.
Yeah.
It's been followed for over a decade.
Yeah.
The singer is very high pitched.
Yeah. I think that's why I didn't think it was.
Yeah. He's a lot to get used to. Vic is a lot to get used to. They have a lot of great songs. I'm a fan of the band. I like this song. It's not great, but I like it, and I've watched it grow this week.
Yeah, it's been doing pretty well. Number 1 song, and for a band who I think this is their 6th straight number 1 hit, which is like a record, from what I read. I don't remember where I read that. Maybe Blabbermouth. But Papa Roach with "Wake Up Calling," number 1.
Papa Roach, yeah.
They just continue to put out
they do
material.
I thought again that it was a bad idea to go away for a few years and release a ballad as your first single, but but they're a radio friendly band, and as we've discussed before, a certain company, iHeartRadio, owns 80% of the station.
Yeah.
So maybe we call them an iHeart band.
They could be. I would say that, but they also do put out like every time they change the way they sound. Like
Papa Roach is one of those
they
bands.
Can evolve.
Some of our friends might disagree with us, but Papa Roach is a band that I feel has gotten better with age.
Oh, absolutely.
Another one is Pop Evil.
Yeah.
That has gotten better.
Yeah.
Over the years.
For sure.
Heavier, I think.
I agree.
I think they've both gotten heavier.
Yeah.
Over on the country side of things, on the charts, we've got Morgan Wallen. He's always there.
He's
Morgan
always
Wallen,
there.
I Got Better. Luke Combs, Be By You at number 4. He just dropped his brand new album, Friday, 22 tracks.
Okay.
He's also at number 3 with Sleepless in a Hotel Room. At number 2 is Miss Ella Langley, her new single called Be Her. And at number 1, Ella Langley returns to number 1 with Choosing Texas.
All right.
She's on fire.
Yeah, that's what you've been
She is on
me.
She is on a rocket ship to superstardom. Love her or hate her. I'm a big fan.
You played that song for me. I got to say, it feels like it could have been released in like 1981 or something, like with Islands in the Stream and whatnot. It's got that old country feel to it.
Yeah. Well, this album, that she's releasing is co-written and co-produced by Miranda Lambert,
Okay.
who has had nothing but success.
She's had
in country
huge
music.
success, yeah.
I mean, long list of hits. So
If I know who she is, yeah, she's pretty good.
yeah, if you know who Miranda Lambert is, then
There's
wow.
a lot of country I
that's
don't
impressive.
know. I know who Miranda
That's impressive,
Lambert is.
Andy. You know who Miranda Lambert is.
I know.
But yeah, so she'll probably have continued success. What else you
There
got?
you go. Okay, top 40. Top 10, number 10, Harry Styles with Aperture. He was on Saturday Night Live last week, was it? I think he was the host and musical guest.
Yes.
Really funny guy.
He is.
He
does great skits when he comes on.
He does. Yeah. He's multi-talented, not just a one-trick pony, I guess.
No, when he comes from One Direction.
Yep, One Direction.
And you just assume that that these boy bands are thrown together and
right.
and it's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
But the members of One Direction, who have no plans to reunite, as far as I know. They're all having great success on their own.
Yeah.
Niall Horan, or whatever his name is, he's had success.
Yep.
Zayn, who left One Direction, has had great success.
They've all had a pretty good, successful solo career.
Sadly, the one guy,
he's
passed away. He fell off a balcony and whatnot. But he was another guy that was having success.
They
actually have talent.
Yeah, they do. Number 9 is Kehlani with Folded. I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Kehlani.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
I'll have to check that out.
She's everything.
Okay. All right. Number 8, Sabrina Carpenter with When Did You Get Hot? Mm-hmm. Number 7, Olivia Dean with So Easy to Fall in Love. Is that It's So Easy to... Is it that one?
No, and...
Okay, I was just asking. I didn't know. It could have been a cover. I don't know. I inquiring minds had to know. Number 6, Ray with Where Is My Husband?
Now, I sent that to you. Did I not?
Yes, you did.
And you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. Number 5, Tate McRae, Tit for Tat. Tit for Tat. It's just a fun name. Number 4, Taylor Swift with Opalite. Number 3 is Justin Bieber and Yukon. Number 2, Olivia Dean. That's her second song on the list with Man I Need. That was number 1 last week. It's dropped 1 spot. And the new number 1... You got any guesses?
Bruno Mars.
Bingo.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
I just might.
I
Number
just
one.
like Bruno Mars.
I mean, Bruno Mars. You can do no
Can't
wrong.
go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy has
I
been...
didn't like that stuff he did with Anderson .Paak, which would have been the last album that...
I guess I didn't notice that one.
Yeah, it was not very good. But Bruno always puts out good music.
Man,
he's a great writer and arranger and
love his
musician.
Stuff.
And
yeah, he's just funky. He's like the modern day Prince almost.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
I don't want to really compare, but he's got that.
If you're
funk.
just thinking about the
funk,
because this album really kind of has a 70s kind of Earth, Wind, and Fire. You
don't get the funk
horns.
type stuff anymore, and that's what's been missing. I miss the funk,
right?
And he brought it. And
he did.
Just Might's a great track. So there you go. There's the top 10.
Well, should we talk about some slow burners?
Let's talk about some slow burners.
We're gonna visit iconic albums that originally flopped.
Yeah, and there's I've got a lot of rock out. I'm of course I'm.
Well,
stuck
do we
in
want
the
to
rock.
talk about the big one first?
I mean, we can. It doesn't
Black
matter. There's
Sabbath.
a lot of them. Yeah, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath.
Yeah, that was what 79? No,
69.
69.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Critics hated it.
Oh, absolutely.
Critics
they didn't
hated
know
it.
what the hell that was.
But you can now. When I was doing the research, I was like, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. I remember reading that throughout the decades. About how it was panned.
Yeah.
Well, Black Sabbath is, without a doubt, I guess arguably, is the metal album of all metal albums.
I agree.
That album creates the form of
the whole
music,
genre.
The whole genre of metal.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. That
It's
started
referred
it all.
to, I hear it discussed by guitar players, bass players, drummers, and it was originally deadpanned.
Yeah, people hated it. They didn't want their music. You got to remember, at that time, it was the summer of love and things like that. It was
that would have been, I imagine.
It was quite at the end of the things, but still
a face smacker.
Yeah, it was
really.
It was.
You would have had nothing on the radio.
No,
like that at the time.
No, nothing. Nothing like that.
We're kind of into the 70s. We're really, that was
you're like Carole
a
King
period
and
of
things
soft
like
rock.
that. Yeah,
that was a decade really of
very much so.
Adult, AC,
adult contemporary ruled at that time.
Yeah,
that was
work radio.
Yeah,
and so Black Sabbath comes on and. Maybe it initially scares people.
Yeah, it definitely scared people. They thought it was satanic. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially even the cover. Like they thought was like it was gross and it's weird.
So just really surprising that it is the definition of iconic.
Yeah,
now.
60 years later or whatever, however many years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely. How about this one? I'm still not a huge fan of this album. The band, love the band, but this album, it didn't do much for me. Pink Floyd's Metal, 1971. This was, of course, overshadowed by their earlier psychedelic era and ignored by critics until fans realized it was the blueprint for Dark Side of the Moon. And if you go into it like that, then you're like, oh yeah, I can hear a little bit of where they were going and where, but still to me, they weren't there yet, Dark Side of the Moon, oh my God.
Now, I've mentioned this before, and I'm allowed to have my opinion.
Well, yeah.
But I'm not a huge Pink Floyd fan. I'm a gigantic David Gilmour fan.
Yeah, David Gilmour's amazing.
His guitar playing on these Pink Floyd albums.
So good.
Any of his guitar playing.
Yeah.
There are Pink Floyd songs I love.
Me too.
But I'm just not a big fan.
I'm not a fan of their early stuff. Like, I start to become a fan where Dark Side of the Moon starts. Once everything after Dark Side of the Moon, yeah, I'm in. Well, not everything.
Well, I mean, Dark Side of the Moon is something completely different.
Yeah.
For
Dark
me.
Side is amazing.
You can't not like Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon is amazing. Then you had, of course, The Wall, which is another big one for them. Wish You Were Here was another great album from them. But there was that Lost album, or that album after The Wall. I can't remember what that one was called. That was a flop. But then, of course, that got rid of Roger Waters. David Gilmour took over and comes out with an amazing album in the 80s, and they just, come back.
Yeah, I'm not, I Pink Floyd is a bit like Genesis.
Yeah.
For me, I just...
They're a lot like Genesis.
I didn't like how poppy Genesis went. Their early stuff is obviously progressive rock. Pink Floyd was a progressive rock band.
Yeah.
Another band we're about to talk about, progressive rock band.
Yeah.
But I prefer the David Gilmour stuff to the Roger Waters.
Me too.
It's like Genesis.
So do you prefer the Peter Gabriel Genesis?
No, I don't.
Oh, I was going to say.
No.
Yeah, me either.
I love Peter Gabriel, but I just...
it was just too weird for me.
It was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
There was some stuff that was cool, but for the most part it was just too out there, strange for me to get into.
Yeah, too weird.
But once once Phil Collins kind of came in and they went a little bit more poppy, that was where I became a Genesis fan.
Yeah.
So,
but it's just kind of weird because I've always loved progressive rock. But
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next band,
which was a huge progressive band.
One of my favorites.
Mine too.
Love 'em, Rush.
Yes.
And the album Crest of Steel. Critics hated it.
Yeah. Commercial disaster.
Their third album.
They got dropped by their label because of it, and now it's beloved for its prog epic weirdness.
Lakeside Park is on there.
Yeah. Yep.
Bastille Day.
Yep. Bastille Day.
Lakeside Park is a great song.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
Bastille Day is a great tune too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like both of those. Another, and this one to me, I gotta admit, I never really got into. The Velvet Underground and Nico. It was released in 1967. It barely sold anything, but now is considered one of the most influential rock albums ever recorded.
Now, I'm not familiar with that, but as we always say on the podcast, anything we talk about, we want you to look up if you're interested in it. And
I'm trying to remember.
And so, I'm very aware of who the Velvet Underground are.
Oh, me too.
They're just not my thing.
Same.
I'm
trying to think of the songs.
Lou Reed was in
the
Lou
Reed was in,
and Lou just don't do it for me.
Lou is a little different.
Lou.
I will give you that.
Lou Reed, yeah.
His album with Metallica was an abomination. Oh, that was just horrid, just goddamn terrible. Let's see, it was the Velvet Underground and Nico. So 1967. No, they don't even have that on here.
Oh.
Those bastards.
Well,
so I'm not sure what was on that album. But yeah, anyway, that was apparently one of the most influential rock albums ever. Now, this album I didn't know was not popular because to me and my circle of friends, this album was one of our favorites. I absolutely loved from the first track to the last track, every single song on it. And I'm talking about Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies. Absolutely fantastic EP.
94.
Yep. Critics didn't know what to do with a dark acoustic EP. Fans crowned it a masterpiece. And I instantly loved it. Like, I thought it was
excuses.
Fantastic. Yes.
I Stay Away. That's one of that
song.
might be one of my that might be my favorite. Well, no, because I like Them Bones better, but I Stay Away.
That's a
great song.
Great.
Don't Follow.
The whole Don't Follow is I think that's my favorite. Nutshell off of I love Nutshell off of that one too.
Yeah.
I mean the whole EP is just from start to finish.
Yeah, great.
Fantastic. Album. I mean, even Swing on This, which isn't the greatest one, but I love the whole album, and I would suggest to everybody to listen to that album because it is fantastic.
King Crimson in the Court of the Crimson King, 1969. Now this is again a very popular time, I guess, for progressive rock. King Crimson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now again, I'm not a fan of King Crimson, which is really odd to say because the guitar work in King Crimson is intense.
Yeah, I love 21st Century Schizoid Man.
Well, that one was okay. But yeah,
the rest of them I'm not very familiar with. I'd have to listen to the rest of it.
How about Megadeth, Killing Is My Business and Business is Good, 85.
I love that album. I'm a Megadeth fan, though. I love pretty much everything they've come out with.
Maybe it's the budget. It was only $8,000.
It was, and you can tell it wasn't produced very well. But Killing Is My Business had that, I don't want to set the world on fire. It had that creepy beginning. Oh, God, that was great. Love it.
Well, it was reissued in 2002, and that's when it took off.
Yeah, that's when people kind of went, "Oh shit!"
Yep, 2002.
Yeah.
Nirvana Bleach.
Oh yeah,
they've got 2 albums on here.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, they were, they weren't really was Bleach was before Nevermind, right?
It was.
And they weren't really well known at the time.
No, but the label, Geffen, Geffen was there.
They had high hopes.
They were like, okay, hey, they've come out with this.
Yeah.
Let's buy that up. Let's reissue it. Boom.
Yeah.
It really, it's become a iconic album.
Yeah, for sure.
Just simply because they were smart enough to do that. You
know,
most of the time they don't go back.
Yeah, because once they release, I mean, if a
2
band,
million copies today.
Yeah, if a band has that kind of album like Nevermind was, and they had a couple previous before that nobody listened to. Obviously, if they want to get some traction, they'll re-release those. At least they should, if they think they're quality at all.
Yeah.
What about Stone Temple Pilots' Tiny Music Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop?
96.
You remember that one?
I do. Well, I'm a Stone Temple Pilots fan.
I am too. I remember I did not initially like the song that they released as their first single, at least as a video. Because their first release that I remember that they did was Big Bang Baby.
Yeah.
And that one, I mean, it was okay, but it was kind of weird and different than what they had released. They had kind of changed their sound a little bit. It was just different. Now, you look back at the rest of the album, though, and you have Trippin' on a Hole and a Paper Heart, which I absolutely love that song.
Great song.
Lady Picture Show, another really great tune. Art School Girl, I remember that one. But yeah, the rest of them, I can't say are very memorable. I'd have to re-listen to this album.
Going back to Nirvana, 93 in Utero.
I loved In Utero, but yeah, a lot of people didn't like that album because, well,
I didn't really like it.
Yeah, it was again different
than
the stuff that they had previously released. And Nirvana is one of those bands that always changed their sound. Like their sound was different in each album.
Well, this, according to the article here, most of the music on here was really about Kurt Cobain going through crap with Courtney Love.
Yep.
And so, I don't know. Portrait of an American Family by Marilyn Manson, 1994.
That one was the one with wasn't that a cover on there? Sweet Dreams. Wasn't Sweet Dreams on that one?
It might be.
I'm trying to look it up.
It's the debut album.
Marilyn Manson was, I think it was Sweet Dreams that was on that one. No, wait, that was Smells Like Children. So the Portrait of an American Family. Cake and Sodomy, I remember that one. That's the only one I remember off of it. Dope Hat, maybe? No, I'm thinking of Dope Show. No, I don't remember this album at all.
Well, anyway, I mean, decades later, Rolling Stone ranks it among the greatest metal albums of all time.
Really?
Yeah. So,
I mean, Antichrist Superstar, that was a good album.
Yes, yeah.
From them.
Yeah.
I would consider that to be one of the best metal albums of all time. And very... it had a lot of people on edge, that album. That they did not. There were a lot of people who thought that was very satanic, which kind of was.
He came out of the gun as kind of a rebel.
Yeah, Yeah,
You
very
know,
much so.
There was nothing status quo about Marilyn Manson.
No, he was
shock rocker. He shocked a lot of people.
I'll tell you, here's my Marilyn Manson concert story. I seen him once. I was so excited to see him. It was part of Lollapalooza. No, not Lollapalooza. Ozfest '97, I want to say, or something like that. And I went down to the pit to enjoy Marilyn Manson, right? Because I heard it was going to be crazy stage show, and it was. His stage show was fantastic, but when he told the crowd to spit on each other, and I was covered in spit, that's where I lost any interest at all in what that show was.
Yeah,
that just pissed me off. I'm like, no. And I think I got spit in the face. I mean, I was just covered. Just fucking everybody was spitting on everybody. Except I wasn't. I'm like, this is fucking gross. Why the fuck are you spitting on me? Yeah, did not like that.
I saw a Marilyn Manson show too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Council Bluffs,
okay.
I think at the West Fair. This is, a long time ago. This is the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it was a good show from outside the fence.
If you,
I got... Did you hear what I said? It was a good show from outside the fence.
Yeah, did you not pay to get in?
No, I paid to get in. It's just that I decided I would smoke a joint along with all the other people at the West Fair.
You were taking that break.
And at the West Fair, they just tap you on the shoulder and they don't have you arrested. You just gotta leave. But it was a good show. I didn't actually have to leave.
His stage show is incredible. Like when he comes out on those stilts, crazy cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a little out there.
Yeah. We were discussing this in our pre-production meeting. Load by Metallica, 1996. In general, longtime Metallica fans hated the album because they wanted an answer from Metallica. Excuse me. For all of this grunge and pop punk that was all over the radio at the time. They wanted Metallica to kick that to the curb.
Yes, and instead they embraced it.
They were trying to kind of be alt.
Yep. Fans revolted. Now they appreciate it for its groove rock swagger, and it really does have that. Every track is killer. I have it on vinyl. I mean, I love that album.
And Reload, same thing. 97. We just assume that's from the, and we'd probably find the factual information. It probably is from the same writing period, but
I'm pretty sure it is.
It was just a departure. I'm a longtime Metallica fan.
Yeah, it didn't sound anything like the earlier stuff.
I remember saying, "What's this?" But okay, this isn't bad.
It's
different. But
here's the Metallica album that I think, and I'm hearing more people say it, but you'll never hear me say it that it's a good album now. It's Saint Anger.
Saint Anger. That's horrible.
Hate the production of Saint Anger. Now, if you take the production out of it, and you change it back to like the production of the Black Album, like the drums sound normal, it actually does sound good. It's a good album.
I've always wondered why Metallica, and we don't need to go down the rabbit hole on this, but why Metallica hasn't gone back and put the bass into Injustice for All.
Yes!
I don't know why they haven't gone in. I mean, they have the masters.
Yeah, remaster that, change the sound.
Go and change the sound of that annoying snare. It's a great song.
Great. Yeah, the songwriting is great. I will give them
go
that.
in and reproduce it. And, and whatever, you have the money to do it.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway.
I think that that's the way they want it preserved. Like Lars likes that. So, that's what we're going to get. Here's an album that I have never listened to because I honestly didn't know it existed up until like 10 years ago. And then from what I was told, it sounds nothing like the band that you know when I say the name. Pantera.
Yeah, they had a hair metal album.
They
band
did.
Or something.
Called Power Metal, which was released
album.
in 1988. This was long before their Cowboys from Hell, which is, where I started becoming a Pantera fan. Cowboys from Hell's fucking amazing album. But Power Metal, I've never listened to, so I'm gonna go check that out if I can find it. That's another thing. I had a hard time trying to find Power Metal to listen to. Let's see. Here's a couple of other ones. Motley Crue's Generation Swine. What did you think of that? That was the return of Vince Neil.
I really stopped caring about Motley Crue probably about 1994.
Yeah. See, you missed out then, because, and at least my opinion, Motley Crue was best with John Corabi. That album, and I know you're gonna say I'm crazy, but that album, sonically,
Production-wise, it was a good sounding album, but
you have to take out the mentality of this is Motley Crue. Take out and just listen to it as a brand new band, as someone you're just discovering.
But you're selling it to me as Motley Crue.
I know, that's the name. That's where it goes wrong. But then every song on that is killer. It really is one of the best Motley Crue albums, and I will go to my grave saying that. Generation Swine, I think, it had a couple tracks that were good. But for the most part, it was not a very good album. There was like 2 tracks that I thought was decent off of it. But the rest, eh. But they did a lot of marketing for that too. Like I still have it, my Motley Brew.
No.
Yeah, they released like a bottle of some type of soda or something, and yeah, it was weird. It was a weird marketing ploy, but
it was.
But that was what they did. Let's see some of the other ones. Megadeth Risk. Now that one, of all the Megadeth albums, I will say was not my favorite. Risk had a couple of songs on there that were okay. This was really where this was the last album where they tried to be kind of grungy and not metal. And then they went back and found their metalness after that. But yeah, that one was not a big one. How about Judas Priest Turbo? Do you remember that album?
Well, yeah. Turbo Lover was on there.
Yes. Now, synth guitars angered the fans. Now it's a neon-soaked cult classic.
That album is really loved by Judas Priest fans now. But yeah, I do remember at the time going, what's this? Turbo Lover was a really strange song.
Yep. And AC/DC's Flick of the Switch, 1983. They were bound to fail on that one because that was the follow-up to Back in Black. I mean, how do you follow that
But
up?
I used to have that on album.
I had it too.
I like that album.
Yeah, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I like all the AC/DC albums. They may not be the greatest. Some of them are, better than others, but I just love AC/DC. So you never hear me hate on an AC/DC track. Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time.
Okay, well, Iron Maiden is a band that has been made by the fans.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fans like me anyway, and I assume like you.
Yep.
We don't really care.
No.
What the critics have to say. Iron Maiden literally has been made by their fans.
Yeah.
Very little radio attention over the years.
Ever.
Somewhere in Time is a great album.
Absolutely is. I love that album. Cool artwork too.
Yeah. I'm fine with Iron Maiden. I didn't care for Blaze Bayley very much, but there were still good songs.
Yeah.
But they're still putting out great songs.
They really are. I have to pass on some sad rock news.
Oh.
Iron Maiden are taking a hiatus from touring.
They are next year. They're going to take a year off. They've been crazy touring.
Oh, they've been touring forever.
Yeah.
And so if you have not seen if you've not seen Iron Maiden, this is your time to go, because I really don't know how many more years they're going to be doing it.
Oh, I don't think any of them stop. I really don't.
You don't?
No.
I don't know.
No. Well, I mean, Steve Harris, the bass player, he's like, what, 78?
He's getting up there, man.
Yeah, and he's still playing the bass like he was 22.
Yes, he is.
He's an amazing bass player.
Yes, he is. Let's see. How about... Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Pearl Jam, No Code. I hated this album.
You know what? I'm going to be real honest with you. The only Pearl Jam album I like is the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked Versus okay.
Versus is okay, but
yeah, I have not really liked a whole album from Pearl Jam since, Versus, I would say. Vitology was okay, but it was still weird and abrasive. Misunderstood as well, which is kind of the way most of Pearl Jam's albums come across, is misunderstood. You got any more?
Let's see. I've got Rihanna, Rated R, 2009.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
No. What? Do you remember the songs on it, or if there was any
Wait Your
releases
Turn?
off of it? No. No, I do not remember that one.
Rude Boy.
Rude Boy, I remember.
Oh wait. Well, this is around the time she's going through all the crap with Chris Brown.
Right, yeah.
And she just, again, kind of released the wrong thing at the wrong time, I guess. But
yeah.
It was a really dark album. Man Down. Talk That Talk.
How about Jane's Addiction, Strays?
Yeah, Jane's Addiction overall hasn't had that many hits.
No, the one album with Been Caught Stealing, I think is and always will be their best album.
Yeah.
They were, they were the leading guys for alternative. They were very, very alternative. And if you weren't into that, then I could see where you weren't going to get into that kind of music. Here's one that our next episode is going to be about. Rage Against the Machine. Renegades.
Well,
it was a cover album, which, I get. A lot of people don't like covers.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think some of it is, like awesome. I love Rage Against the Machine, so you're not going to hear me bitch about a Rage album.
Yeah, I love Rage.
Let's see. Tool's Opiate, 1992.
Okay.
Barely noticed at release. I remember when I was in high school, one of my teachers was a Tool fan. And I was like, who the fuck is Tool?
Yeah.
But he just loved them.
Well, Maynard came out in the press here in the last few weeks talking about the early days of Tool, and that maybe he didn't write the best lyrics, and he hates a few of the songs. And, and in particular that Tool's just never going to perform again because he just thinks it's so stupid. And I guess that's the thing about being a musician is, you're going to reflect and go, oh, well, what was my headspace 20 years ago?
Right, what was I thinking?
What was I thinking back then?
Yeah. No, I totally get that. How about Van Halen's Fair Warning? It's the darkest of the Van Halen albums.
Yeah, I love Fair Warning.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Fans later crowned it their heaviest classic.
I was a fan of Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2, Fair Warning. I didn't like Women and Children first.
I wasn't a fan of Women and Children first
but
either.
Fair Warning, I did like it. Still had that energy and that fire.
Yep. Van Halen Balance.
Now, that's...
People hated that album.
People did. I'm not...
There's a couple
like
tracks off
album.
there I like. Amsterdam is a killer track.
Amsterdam is great.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some really good songs on that.
Yes, there are.
On that album.
I think they just released
the
wrong... Yeah, I think they released They released the Can't Stop Loving You, and that was what people judged it on.
Mm-hmm.
Because they figured it was just going to be a ballady...
Yeah, I Can't Stop Loving You was a big hit off that
it was
album.
a huge hit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Apparently now seen as the last great Hagar-era punch. Now, I have to disagree on both of these. Well, at least one. I don't see how this one is still, or people find good. It's the worst album they ever released. Kiss the Elder. Now, I'm a Kiss fan. I love Kiss.
Yes,
And
you're a big Kiss fan.
The Elder, I can't listen to it. It's just...
I'm a Kiss fan. I'm not a giant fan in any way, shape, or form, but
Elder was in a world
that's
without hero.
that's not a great album at all.
No, it still isn't. Still to this day is not.
Kiss Unmasked, 1980.
Now see, that one I has grown on me. Originally, I did not like
But
it.
the makeup comes off.
Shandy, though, is a great poppy rock song from them off of it. I'm trying to think of the other tune that I liked off of that one. No, Unmasked, they were still masked.
Oh, were they still
Yep,
masked?
they
Unmasked?
had not...
I guess that didn't happen till, 83?
That was on Creatures of the Night, I want to say. But if you look back at that album...
Hey, while you're looking that up, I'll bring up an album.
All right, go
We don't
for
have
it.
to talk about it long because it was horrible. Guns N' Roses, Chinese Democracy.
Oh, Jesus, God. Fuck. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, critics hated it, fans hated it.
I still hate it.
Yeah.
There is not a one good track off of that.
No,
Not
and they
fucking one.
You know, and this current song that they have on the charts is from that same writing.
But
period.
I actually like this song.
Yeah.
Like, nothing is...
I remember hearing the first single off that.
Oh,
going, what is this? What
Chinese
is-
Democracy,
what a
that
departure.
song was just terrible. How do you go from being the band that releases Appetite for Destruction to that?
Yeah, it was mind blowing. It was like
It was just
you
pure
couldn't even-
garbage.
No one could conceive what was happening
No.
there.
How do you...
Yeah.
I still don't understand what Axl was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, how do you... No. To go back to the Kiss one.
Yeah.
though, Talk to Me is the other song I like.
Oh,
off
I
of that
don't
album.
remember that one. I guess.
But yeah, the Unmasked is a good album. It's more poppy than, and they kind of leaned more towards what was going on in the pop world when they released I Was Made for Loving You, which was Dynasty, I think.
Mhm.
So you could see them starting to make that turn then, and they went full bore on Unmasked, but still kept rock, but it was much more poppy. Think Green Day, but except in Kiss.
Yeah.
They brought the poppy rock, and it is good. It's happy rock.
Well, all their poppy rock made them big on MTV in the 80s.
Yeah.
So this was kind of the...
They hadn't gotten into the harder edge yet, like
Yeah.
Heaven's on Fire
Yeah.
and Creatures of the Night. This is very happy, happy pop rock.
Yeah.
You know, this is, they might, I don't know, they all must have been in steady relationships or getting laid, you know, constantly.
Yeah.
So they're all really happy and rich. So that's what I get from that album.
Yeah. Well, that's a good place to jump off.
All right.
I mean, we can...
And there's so many. I mean...
There's so many. We'll do another episode of this, you know, maybe later in the year. There's a lot of them, but they're all albums worth checking out now.
Absolutely.
You know, and some we brought up that you didn't think of. You can, you know, compare to the effort before, the effort after, and make up your own mind. I mean, music is subjective.
Absolutely.
And every critic has an opinion. Yep. And you know what they say about opinions? They're like assholes. Yep, everyone has one. So, you know, just because
sometimes you know, music takes a while to grow on you too. So you know, so
well,
the music
I have
you hear
that
initially,
all the
you'll
time.
think it's crap, and then you know.
I have that happen to me all the
too.
time. It's
me
like
too.
you know, it might take me 3 weeks to really get into a song or something. I'll go, okay, this is great.
Yeah, but
you
initially I think, this is crap, and then you listen to it again, and you're like, oh wait, well, okay, and you listen to it again, and you're like, oh hey, I kind of like that.
Yeah, of course, it depends on what opinion you're going into your listening effort with.
Yeah, it's true too.
You know,
what kind of headspace
it's like if someone says to me, "Hey, I have the brand new Avenged Sevenfold record."
Right.
Okay, I'm going to roll my eyes the whole time, the whole time, because they're not what they used to be.
Definitely not. They definitely changed their sound.
You know, some bands I just have to, okay, well, yeah, I know that sucked before, but, okay. Yeah. I'll go into this with an open mind, a more positive attitude, and maybe it'll be better. But, well, that was fun. Yeah, we can revisit those again. We've got an episode coming up. A little deep dive on Rage Against the Machine.
I can't wait. I love this band. I saw them once. I was lucky enough to say I actually seen the original lineup perform there and do their thing, and it was powerful.
And you know what else she said to me today?
Huh?
You want to do a deep dive down the road on Kenny Rogers.
I do.
Which is really weird because you despise
suggesting
country music.
me suggesting a country episode. Yes. Yeah. Let's do him. Kenny Rogers.
We'll do Kenny Rogers coming up here Kenny Rogers here in the next few weeks.
Cool.
And I was thinking maybe a deep dive on the Disney princess Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. I could do it.
We need to get Andy kind of current with the music. He doesn't know who anyone is.
On the pop side, you are correct. Rock side, I'm pretty well.
And on the country side, you don't know who anyone
I've never
is.
known anyone.
But we need to get you just a little more current.
Yeah.
You know, so we're not always talking about Trickster.
Yes.
From the 1980s or the 1990s.
I suppose.
I just pick on you.
I know.
I kid because I care.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's the Music Matters podcast. I'm Ziggy.
I'm MonkeyBoy.
We'll talk to you next time.